Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to try some extensions of the Covergirl Outlast line. So I'd previously done a comparison of the new Covergirl Outlast Extreme Wear Foundation to the previous Covergirl Outlast foundation. And I still think it works really, really well by itself. You really don't need any primers or anything underneath. It lasts a long time. And they used to have a Covergirl Outlast powder line, but I think they discontinued it. But they did recently come out with new concealers and new powders as part of this line. So I thought that we would try them out today and see what we think. So if you guys would like to hear the claims, see these in action, and hear my thoughts, then just keep watching. So the previous Covergirl Outlast All Day Powder looked like this. It had like one of those little itty bitty mirrors. I'm sure you guys remember the little itty bitty mirror reviews, and everyone's like, why didn't they make it a full-size mirror? Why is it so small? I love these powders. I end up buying mine on Mercari because I can't find them in the stores anymore. I love the medium to deep one as a bronzer, and this really does help the foundation last all day. So I have very high expectations for the products in this line because I've had so much success in the past with products with the Outlast name. So let's check out the concealers first. Covergirl was kind enough to send these products to me to share with you guys. They sent me 800 Fair Ivory, which I don't think I am right now. That looks almost like porcelain. 805 Ivory, 817 Golden Natural, and 825 Buff Beige. So I think I'm somewhere between Ivory and Buff Beige. Full coverage concealer that instantly conceals discoloration and blemishes, 24-hour wear, lightweight on skin, blends easily, and imparts a flawless finish. Transfer proof and waterproof. Okay. And I have on their new brow product today as well, which is in a separate video. This is the Easy Breezy Brow product. And that one also claims to be transfer proof, which is great because I'm going out and wearing a mask today. So let's open these up and see what they look like. Okay. They're like little squeezy tubes, and they do have the shade on the packaging this time, which I appreciate. A handful of their products, like their eyeshadows and brow things, don't always have a color on the packaging or on the product, just the packaging. Okay, so here's 805 Ivory, which looks pretty good for under eye at least. Okay, well, I didn't mean to open this one, but here's 817 Golden Natural. I don't know what I was thinking. That was not the one I wanted to open. I wanted to open Buff Beige. Here is 825 Buff Beige. Yeah. So I think that I'm kind of Buff Beige and Ivory, somewhere in the middle. So I have a pretty stubborn red pimple thing right here that stays shiny. It doesn't cover no matter what I've tried. So I think I'm going to dip my Beauty Blender into the darker shade Buff Beige and see if I can cover that. It actually covered it. Guys, I'm not kidding. I tried covering this thing yesterday with full coverage powders. I tried full coverage concealers. I tried full coverage concealers and full coverage powders. And anytime I put something on it, the shine and the redness came through. I don't know what was happening, but that covered with one product very easily. Sunspots on my nose. Okay, so I'm impressed with this just a first pass. Now I'm gonna try a little bit of the lighter color under my eyes. You don't need much of this. Like seriously guys, you don't need much. I mean, already that looks better than the other side. I feel like I need to mix the two shades, so I'm gonna mix them on the back of my hand here. I mean, you guys, that looks really good. Now it feels like one of those concealers that might set down by itself, like it's a bit on the drier side. It says blends easily and imparts a flawless finish. It does blend in easily. Like you can't see where my foundation stops and my concealer starts on my forehead, under my eyes. I wonder how much I can build this up though. Like I put a very, very light layer on. I'm gonna do a couple more dots on the back of my hand and mix them and see how well it layers on top of itself. Just for reference, This is how much I'm squeezing out, and I'm just going dip, 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 mix, 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 mix. Little itty bitty amount on the sponge. I'm just gonna focus it on the shadowiest part, the darkest part. Guys, that looks really good. You can't even really see my under eye bags. I mean, before and after. Before, after. All right, I think we have a winner, so I'm just gonna finish up the other eye real quickly. Okay, guys, this looks really good. Does it rival the Hourglass Airbrush Finish Concealer? I'm not sure if it's quite as smooth and like airbrushed looking as that one, but I'm gonna say it's a close second. I did this one first, and I feel like it's already setting down. It's not settling into lines. I mean, even my eyelid's not really creasing that bad on this side. On this side it is, but I applied a little bit more on this side. Okay. CoverGirl continues to impress me. So next we have the Outlast Extreme powders. Now, I was curious if this is marketed as a full coverage foundation powder or as a full coverage setting powder. Now, all it says is new CoverGirl Outlast Extreme Wear Pressed Powder up to 16 hours, full coverage. And then on the back, it says
buildable, full coverage, lasts up to 16 hours. Our breathable formula blends seamlessly into skin to deliver a flawless finish, feels lightweight and non-drying on skin, does not crack or cake.
So it doesn't say if it's meant to be worn alone or over, but it says it blends seamlessly into the skin. So that makes me think you can wear this alone as like a foundation powder, but obviously today I already have a very light layer of the Extreme foundation. I have the Outlast Extreme concealer on, so why don't we give the powder a try? I have 3 shades here. I never know what shade I am. I have 810 Classic Ivory, which looks pale but might work under the eyes, and then I have 820 Creamy Natural and 840 Natural Beige, which this looks more of like a golden color, so I'm not even gonna open that one. Okay, so the powder opens like this, and then it flips up, and underneath you have a mirror and a puff. I find that when I apply the powders with the puff, I get way too much product and it ends up looking way too thick. So I'm not gonna do that, but I did just notice that there are 2 holes on the bottom to allow this little applicator to breathe, which is nice, but it's covered with a sticker. So kind of defeats the whole purpose of breathability. But anyway, let's see what this powder feels like. All right, it feels very soft. Like it took a while to really get the product on my hand, but on my finger, but that is the first shade. It looks quite dry on my hand, but I'm just gonna rub it in and see if it kind of blends in. It does blend in, but as I'm rotating my hand, I am seeing like a white, almost a sheen. So I wonder if this has a little bit of like mica or something in it that makes it look a little bit glowy. I'm not sure if you guys can see right here. It's just like a little bit of shine. Let's see if the other one has that same issue. This one is 820 Creamy Natural, which looks quite warm, and they do have like a slightly creamy feel to them. Shade is right here. This one's very orange. Oh, I don't think that's gonna be my color, but again, I'm rubbing it in and it blends in very well. But again, once it's rubbed in, like I feel like there's a bit of a glow to it. I'm not sure if you can see, but like right here, I feel like there's a bit of like a shine to the skin. Now that one rubbed in, I might be able to get away with it. It's not like a perfect match. I feel like I need something in between with slightly more neutral undertone, but we'll start with this one. I'm going to just dust it under the eyes first and see what that looks like. It does kick up quite a lot. Here we go. All right, moment of truth. I feel like it darkened my under eyes a bit. Here's the before color, here's the after. It got a little bit peachier. So even with this light powder, I feel like it still darkened things up a bit. But I mean, it doesn't look heavy, but it is grabbing in areas where I had the concealer on my face. Like I had the concealer here and here, and I have like slightly darker patches. So it definitely deepens concealer. So knowing that, maybe I would go with a lighter shade concealer in the future, but I am not even going to try the darker powder. Like that's just asking for a disaster. So here is before powdering, which honestly, I mean, the under eyes would need just like a slight powdering, but the face really doesn't need anything. That Outlast foundation kind of sets itself. This is how my makeup looks after powdering. I mean, it's fine. You can definitely tell that I have makeup on now. It's a bit thicker. So while it says non-caking, I guess that would depend on your skin and how heavily you apply this product. My initial thought is that I do like it. Like I'm seeing a bit of sheen on the skin here where I really worked the product in. So I wonder if I just need like a different type of brush and I really need to like work it into the face, like buff it in somehow to get that like glow. I don't know, I feel like I need to play around with it a little bit more because both of the swatches on my hand look like they have a bit of like a reflectiveness to it, which I like in theory. I just am not sure how to get that on the face. I mean, are you seeing a little bit of reflectiveness? I feel like I see a little bit, like right here I see a little bit of the reflectiveness. Maybe a little bit over here. So I feel like that powder has potential. I just need to figure out how to use it to its maximum potential, I guess. And the concealer, I am pretty much blown away by. I think my under eyes look really good. I want to say I liked them before I powdered them, so perhaps I will not be using such a high coverage powder under the eyes. Perhaps I will use the concealer and then one of my other under eye powders that I use all the time, like the Maybelline Fit Me or my H&M powder, something like that. So I just wanted to pop on here and give you guys a quick update while I'm editing this video. It turns out that the powder was not making the concealer darker. The concealer shades just oxidized. So from the date of filming this video, I've been only using the 2 lightest shade of concealer and not buff beige at all, and it hasn't been a problem. I've been applying a little bit of the translucent Maybelline Fit Me powder on top, and it's been like the perfect combination. So the powder is not at fault. It was just the concealer's oxidizing, but I'm still really loving them. But love the concealer, and I feel like the powder has potential to be really good. So it's about 11 in the morning now. I will try to do a check-in later once I've been out and about with my daughter doing some birthday stuff while wearing a mask on a rainy day. So I feel like it's a really good time, a hot rainy day, to test this out. It'll be under mask, it'll be out in humidity, possibly rain, heat, so it will be put through the ringer. So here is after application. Stay tuned. Hey guys, so it is 1:30 in the afternoon, so my makeup has been on for a little over 2 hours and it still looks really nice. But something that I do want to note is that the foundation colors or the concealer colors kind of oxidized on my hand after a couple of hours. So just something to note, they don't look any different on my face, but they do look different on my hand. So I just wanted to make you aware, but this is what my makeup looks like right now. It still looks really nice. So no complaints as of right now. I'm having a pretty good makeup day, so still a win in my book. Hey guys, so it is about 4:30 in the afternoon, so my makeup's been on for about 5 hours. It still looks good. It's starting to get a little oily in the T-zone area, so I probably could have powdered a little bit more here, but it still looks pretty good everywhere else. My under eyes still look really nice. Not much creasing, not much like caking, so I like the concealer. The powder isn't doing an amazing job at oil control, but perhaps I should use like a mattifying primer underneath my foundation next time, or just a little bit more powder. So all in all, I think that both products are pretty good. If I had to pick one, I'd say the concealer over the powder, but I still really like the Outlast line from Covergirl. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.